Hey YouTube! Today I wanted to talk about swatches and why they're important. Okay, so let's get started. I know when you're new to colored pencil, you might hear people talking about swatching your colors. But why is that really important? Well, basically different pencils look different once they're on the paper. Your pencil may look orange, but is it really the orange that matches the paint? Sometimes it's not. And it's a good thing to swatch out your colors so that you know exactly how it's going to look on the paper you're using. Now, most of my colored pencils I did on white paper because I'll be using a lot of white papers. My very first set were Blick Studio Artist pencils, and I made sure to swatch out every color so I'd know what I was looking for, and it makes it handy and quick to look for the right color. Something else I do with the Blick, I started out, I swatched all the colors that I had, all 72 plus the 12 gray, and then I put stars to match the stars for each pencil, which is the light fast rating. And I only used the light fast color, so I highlighted them in yellow so I'd know what was light fast and what isn't. I continued that as I moved into my Derwent drawing pencils, and then finally into Faber-Castell Polychromos. Now with Polychromos, a nice thing about that is there are only two colors that are not light fast. So I just put a little 0 with a line through it so that I know not to use those two colors. And these are really quick and easy to refer to, so when I'm doing a drawing and I'm not sure what color I want to match, I just whip these out and find something similar. I also do it with my Caran d'Ache Luminance. I also, something important is I write the color number or name. So that way I have, if I need to replace it, I know exactly which pencil I need to replace that I'm running out of. I did that with all of my charts. But another important thing that people don't think about, what if you're going to use colored paper? Like a black. Colored paper can be very different from white. As you can see here with the Blick Studio Artists, quite a few don't show up very well. And a lot of the grays look very similar to each other. So it's important to swatch out the colors on black paper. Now, a funny thing I discovered, my Prismas, they look okay, but on the back side I did all the non-light fast Prismas, and lo and behold, a lot of the non-light fast show up beautifully on black paper. So with this black paper, because this is Artigan by Strathmore, it is not light fast. So anything I draw on Artigan, I cannot sell, but I can make prints, and that's important. I can use all these non-light fast colors and make a beautiful drawing, scan it, and then sell prints of that artwork, which will be archival. So never get rid of your non-light fast colors. Just save them for things that you're only going to do prints. But these are very handy to have around. Here's my Prismas. I did something different. I cut them out, swatched them, cut them out, and put them on a keychain just to have handy to see how I like that. I think I prefer the flat sheets, but this is nice to have too, and it's easy to travel with. I throw it in my bag if I'm going to be taking my Prismas somewhere. And it's really easy to make your own charts. I just took white paper, measured it off in 3 columns, and then I just write in ink what everything is and color my swatches. It's also important, if you're using Inktense, to know how the Inktense is going to look. So here I have my Inktense pencils. On the left here I have what it looks like dry, and then on the right I have what they look like wet, so I can see the differences. And here's my blocks. That way I know a lot of them look very different dry than they do wet, so I can look at this and decide what color I need. And then I thought about doing a piece on toned gray mixed media paper by Strathmore, so I took a piece and then I swatched out my colors, which look quite a bit different on that. So swatches are definitely your friend, especially when you're starting out with colored pencil. And when you're doing a drawing on a different color paper, you might want to take a little strip of that paper and swatch out the colors you plan to use, because they may not look the same as they do on your white paper. So I hope this tip helps you out, and I wish you happy swatching. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a like, subscribe if you want to come along on the journey, and have fun and keep creating.